Hello and welcome back to another video. This video is centered on Naomi King and her little controversy that's been going on recently. I thought it'd be interesting for us to sit down and watch this together instead of me pausing the video and adding my critiques then. So we'll watch it, my live reaction to all the videos, and go from there. If I accidentally call Naomi she or her, that's on accident. I know that her their pronouns are they, them. So I'm trying my best here, okay? By the way, trigger warnings for people that have experience with sexual assault and or previous encounters such as that. Warning, warning, warning. This is really bad. It's terrible stuff. This is me from the future. Not good stuff. So trigger warning. Yep.
Guys, it is 8 in the morning and I touched up my roots yesterday, so I got sludge as a dye in my face, but that's fine.
A video about manipulation and consent and assault. And we're talking about our hair dye already. This is interesting.
I was just ruminating in the shower. And I just wanted to have a little talk, a discussion. I was just going to do this on Instagram, but
Instagram would have teared you a new one. Instagram is ruthless. Instagram doesn't care about your feelings. YouTube doesn't either, but YouTube at least has a filter. Instagram doesn't. Instagram doesn't. You would have been teared up.
I want to hear from, like, more people, so I figured I would make an actual video and ask YouTube as well. I genuinely feel like manipulation and intent and all that should be included in the conversation of assault.
Okay. Let's just see where this goes.
For example, about 2 months ago, I had a friend turn out to not be a friend because he did shit I didn't want, he coerced me, all that. He basically went home and then was like, "You mean nothing to me," and then blocked me and hasn't spoken to me since. And on one hand, there was a part of me that was like, well, that was assault, but there was another part of me that was like, you didn't fucking fight back, so...
Where's the proof? You can't just put this on YouTube and expect everyone to believe you. I'm sorry, but the internet is not so kind. Oh boy.
You know, and I was basically this man's therapist for 3 fucking years. And as I slowly unraveled his story and figured it out, and kind of figured out why he does what he does, you know, it was all like a revelation to him. Now he's in therapy, blah, blah, blah. I recently got in contact with somebody he assaulted 7 years ago.
Okay. Wow. This is starting to sound like a Mr. Beast thing here. It's like, I've been in contact with people that have experienced this before. Like, okay. Why is this on YouTube? Fucking Christ, this is just what's going through my head at the moment. Just, why is this on YouTube?
And as she and I have been talking, it has become blatantly clear that none of what I figured out was a revelation. This man has been doing the same things, he has been using the same excuses, he's been manipulating and lying and coercing for almost a decade. So at that point, it's like, okay, you know, looking into laws and stuff like that, every law is explicitly like, if you did something and then you regret it after, it's not assault. But they don't take into account how good so many predators are at lying.
I'm not liking where this is going. Fuck.
And setting up the situations. I found this conversation with him that I had actually taken a photo of. Basically, when I got back from Vegas, which is where he did it, we were still friends, but my mind was like, yeah, no, that was fucked up. You need to start, you know, capturing the proof, because this man never said anything unless he was on, like, video chat or in person. But reading that conversation that I photographed, it was so clear that he knew exactly what to say. Nothing he said was incriminating. Everything was like a... Anyway, basically, the point is, if I had been the only person, I would have been like, okay, that was fucked up. You piece of shit, go to therapy. But it's, you know, discovering that it was all premeditated, and it was all planned, and for 3 years, it was just like manipulating and building up to this, and he's been doing it for 7 years. It's kind of like, at that point, 100%, it is assault. And then you...
Just because he has a pattern of doing terrible shit to people, and treating them like shit, and I'm sorry that he treated you like shit if that's the case, that does not mean that it's assault.
Look at other, you know, this happens quite a lot, where I'm just going to use men and women as an example. You can swap the genders and not all men, but I'm just going to, you know, it's for example. You know, there's a lot of men, not all, that will date and say things that basically make the person they're dating feel as though, okay, they are looking for long-term, this is something that they're going for. Eventually they reach a point where they're like, okay, yep, I will sleep with this person. That person, woman in this situation, she is consenting to an intimate experience with someone that she has trusted and is getting to know and wants to be with her in the long term, and has essentially made her feel that way emotionally. And then a lot of times they'll fuck, and then the guy will be like, all right, peace. That's assault.
No, it isn't. No, it's not assault. Just because the guy dips on you, and I'm sorry, that is a terrible thing to do. Just to leave someone hanging like that after having sex. You feel used. I get that. But that is not assault. It's just shitty behavior. And you look for another person, get therapy, don't go on YouTube about it, and you go on with life. But you didn't do any of that, did you?
You know, and then, if the woman is like, well, okay, fuck, now I feel completely used, I feel completely violated, especially when it comes to the things of, you thought you were going to have some kind of sex and then he did something that you didn't fucking want, but then the police are like, but you consented to it, now you're just regretting it afterwards.
That's when you act like an adult and you self-advocate for yourself and say, no, I don't like that, don't do that. But I get it, people can't always self-advocate, but then lawfully it's not going to be good for you if you're trying to make this an assault case, just saying.
What do you think? Obviously, this would just open a can of worms for a whole bunch of other problems and, false reports and shit, but I genuinely believe that, like, intent and manipulation needs to be a part of the conversation when it comes to consent, especially, when you look into laws, it's like, okay, what counts as sexual assault? Non-consensual penetration. If you look into the laws in Nevada, in Vegas, it is only assault if there was penetration.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to file under, grossness and lewd behavior, but that's basically if you whipped out your dick in public. Like, so you have to either be flat out assaulted, and then there's no other middle ground. I'm fine, as fucked up as it was, and it did make my PTSD go through the roof. And that's another thing. Obviously, anyone watching this that's kind of been through some fucked up emotional manipulation, that leaves you with PTSD as well. It's not just the physical assault that fucks people up. It's the emotional.
We're starting the tears now. Lovely. Oh boy. It's so uncomfortable to watch someone tear up. Just, like, fix yourself up and then cut that out, and then continue what you're saying. Don't have to cry. Otherwise, it's just weird.
Assault. And, so many people consent to things that they didn't actually want. They just did it for the person that they were interested in, and they were like, this might go somewhere. And then if that person was actually a predator, chances are they did shit that you didn't really want, left you feeling kind of skeezy. You're like, maybe this could be okay if they, apologize, and then they're like, all right, peace, and you're...
Yeah, it's shitty, but it's not assault if they just dip on you. That's just not how it is.
You're like, oh, okay. Feel like I was assaulted, but I can't call it that. People are fucked up. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this matter? So that's the conversation I want to have. I think that manipulation and long-term, even short-term, lying to get what you want needs to be a part of the conversation when it comes to consent. Because some people consent to things and then find out that it was not at all what they thought it was. Does that make sense? So someone consenting to sleep with someone because they're dating and it's going somewhere and they feel safe and that's what it's going to be, that's what they consented to. If that person then has sex with them and is if that person then has sex with them and is like, all right, cool, that's all I wanted, you're an idiot for believing my lies, they didn't consent to that. And I'm not saying that's what happened to me.
If you consented to the sex, then it's a consensual sex. There's no ifs or buts about that, lawfully. I'm sorry. A person can be a piece of shit, I understand, but it is not assault.
But just an example, there's a lot of people who have been through this. So for anyone that has experienced this, what do you think? Obviously, there's more extreme cases. For some, it's like, yeah, that happened, but it wasn't so bad. And for some, it's like, yeah, no, I felt completely manipulated and lied to and assaulted, and it's been following me, and I can't describe why, because people tell me it's not assault.
The tears, yay.
Anyway, I'm running out of battery, so that's perfect timing. Let me know. What do you guys think? For 3 years, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Next on the chopping block is this video, which is 34 minutes long. Fuck me.
Hi guys, 2 years ago, YouTuber Daniel Green threatened to wipe me off of social media. So if I disappear, you'll know who did it. If this behavior occurs again, action will be taken against you to block you from all social media platforms. We will take action to remove your site.
And anyone's curious on what's going on, Daniel Green is the guy that she was talking about in the previous video.
And prevent you from further posting. Let's talk about why. In June of 2023, I made a video and posted it here on YouTube. It was titled A Conversation About Manipulation, Consent, and Assault. It was a general video on, just a discussion of consent and assault and all that. In it, I gave a very brief and vague personal example. I said that I had a friend turn out to not be a friend, and that he assaulted me, and that I had been in contact with a person who said he assaulted her. Again, I did not identify who I was talking about at all. I did not say what this person's name was. I did not describe what they looked like. I did not describe where they lived, where they were from, what they did for work. Nothing. 8 days later, I received a cease and desist from Daniel Green's lawyer, threatening me with a lawsuit, demanding that I take that video down in 24 hours, or they would sue me for slander and defamation, they would bury me under legal fees, and they would wipe me off of social media.
We intend to present these in action against you in our effort to remove you from your platforms. If this behavior occurs again, action will be taken against you to block you from all social media platforms. We will take action to remove your site and prevent you from further posting. Yikes.
Again, I never said that that video was about Daniel. Not once. I never identified who it was about. I go to Vegas often to get tattooed. Daniel knows that. In fact, that was something that I said to his lawyer. I told his...
For the last video, it was a general discussion. I talk about mental health and trauma and PTSD on my pages. I go to Vegas often to get tattooed. He knows that. If he thinks the video is about him, it just says something about how he views his own behavior. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. P.S. Can you please explain to me how he's medical professional? How he's a medical professional. Okay. Okay. Weird.
His lawyer. I go to Vegas often to get tattooed. Daniel knows that. If he thinks that video's about him, that just says something about how he views his own behavior. So I did not take that video down. They gave me 24 hours, or they would sue me. I never heard back from his lawyer, despite the fact that I asked her a direct question. She called him a medical professional. As far as I know, I don't think he's a doctor. I'm assuming that was a typo, or they forgot to remove it from the template. I sent this cease and desist to someone, and she's read a lot of them in her life, and she said that this was one of the most aggressive cease and desists she had ever read in her life. She also said that if she hadn't known what this was about, she would have thought it was a cease and desist in regards to a bad review on Yelp for a doctor, because they brought up Yelp like 8 times. They didn't want me talking about him ever again. But again, I never said that video was about him. Now, they also accused me of harassment and invasion of privacy, which I'm not afraid to address. I have nothing to hide. After what he did to me in Vegas, I reached out to his partner, because I needed her to know that what had happened, I didn't want. I know what it's like to move country for somebody and then find out that they're a lying, cheating piece of shit. I needed her to know that I didn't want it. I needed her to know that he was sober and wide awake. Fucking done crying about this shit. He was sober and wide awake, and I was half asleep and on drugs, which he knew.
Dope. I'm trying to sleep on the plane, so I have energy. 40 milligrams. Gonna go to the pool now. Holy fuck, how high are you going to be? A good amount. 50 grams is fun time in space. 40 is fun time on Earth. Ha ha ha. I've been taking 40 milligrams edibles every 2 hours the entire day because it was 420. This message was only my first dose. Okay.
I had arrived in Vegas in the morning, and I spent 420 just getting baked by the pool, taking 40 milligram edibles all day, because it was fucking 420. I went to sleep because his flight was going to land late in the evening, and it would be about midnight before he would arrive. I specifically asked him to bring coffee if he wanted to stay up and talk.
Got on board Wi-Fi for the next 20 minutes, had to watch an ad for it. Just wanted to say, so excited and can't wait to chill. Nice. Could you buy iced coffee or something when you're at CVS in case we want to stay up and talk? I'm going to try to sleep now. Had a big dinner. Works for me, though we might want to crash and start early tomorrow. LOL. Either way, I'm happy. Yeah, grab some just in case. Please make sure one is vegan. Okay.
Specifically asked him to bring
coffee.
He
did not bring coffee. Okay.
He said, nope, let's just sleep. We'll hang out in the morning. He turned up at midnight, sober and awake, and pressured me, half asleep and on drugs, into sexual things that he and I had agreed beforehand would not happen.
Okay.
I repeatedly asked him if we could just sleep and talk in the morning. I was halfway through a sentence when he pushed me over and shoved his tongue in my mouth. He repeatedly tried to stick his penis in me. saying, come on, just a tip, just a tip. I repeatedly pushed his penis away, saying, I'm not having sex without lube, I'm not having sex without lube, I'm not having sex without lube. Because I have medical conditions. One of which is idiopathic hypogonadotropic hypogonadism. It can make sex very painful for me. I cannot self-lubricate or stretch, which he knows. He kept trying to shove it in me. I kept pushing his dick away, just repeating, I'm not having sex without lube, I'm not having sex without lube. Jerking off onto me, moaning about how long he'd dreamt about it. It was fucking disgusting. The shit he said. I was half asleep and on drugs. I didn't fucking want it. He told me he wanted to take me on a friendship trip. He told me he wanted to spoil me as a friend. We agreed beforehand, we were just friends. He turned up at midnight and immediately went against his word. I didn't have time to fucking think. Anyway, I reached out to his girlfriend because I felt like shit. And I know what it's like to be cheated on, and it fucking sucks. She replied and asked me for the truth.
Naomi, for 2 years, what exactly went on behind my back between you two? I would like it to at least hear your words too. So this wasn't just a one-time thing. You've had interactions with him sexually before, from the looks of it.
She asked me for the truth. I was at the airport when I received that message. I headed home to send her the truth. By the time I got home, she had asked me to leave her alone, which I completely understood. So I respected that and I left her alone. A handful of days later, she reached out to me again to call me a vile, despicable human being.
I feel like I finally know the full truth. You both are vile, despicable human beings. To do this to another person over years, I am revolted by the mere sight of you. Oof. That's gotta suck. Nope.
It was that message that made it very clear to me that she had been asking him for the truth, and he was still lying. There's no way in fucking hell you do that to me.
We were not having an affair. He was begging me for one. I talked him down from cheating multiple times.
And then use me as a fucking scapegoat. Jesus Christ. Fucking disgusting. So, because she had once asked me for the truth and made it blatantly clear she had been asking him for it and that he was still lying, I sent her 8 pages that I had written, because this is how I fucking deal with shit. If I have something to say
I've done this for friends and family. If I have something to say, I get it down and I make them listen.
with somebody,
Okay.
I write it down and I make them listen. This was written and read to Daniel weeks before all of this. 8 pages. 1.5 pages of this was me calling him out for the way he had been treating me for 3 years. And 6.5 pages was me calling him out for his behavior in relationships and all the shit that he had been saying and doing behind his partner's back for 2 years. I had
out of
proof that I
context.
fucking fought for her. I had proof that I fought for their relationship. I begged him to fucking talk to her for 2 fucking years. Only to have him lie to get me alone, pressure me into sexual things that he agreed wouldn't happen, and then go home and use me as a scapegoat. She wanted the truth. He was still lying. He said she deserved to know everything, okay?
She deserves to know. My God, you didn't deserve this. I fucked up. I started acting like the voices in my head tell me I am. A lot of things cut out. I don't know how I feel about that.
He said she deserved to know everything, and by golly did I agree. In fact, I had 8 pages of proof that I had been telling him that for 2 fucking years. So I sent it to her. If he had truly told her everything, this shouldn't have made a fucking difference, but it looks like it did. And in case he is denying having ever heard this, here is the exact date and time I told him about it.
I had some time to figure out my thoughts and write them down and let me know when you can talk again. I'll probably won't have time tomorrow, but the days after I'll have time. Okay, sounds good. Want to put something in the calendar? For sure. Today I feel I'm free till 2 p.m.-ish. Which would 5 p.m.-ish your time, or the day after onwards. Let me know when you can have another talk. Okay? Would you have any time later at all?
The exact date and time I followed up about it.
I'm swamped. Is this weekend okay? Can do. I want to say it sooner rather than later. Just 'cause it's kinda heavy. Been eating away at me since we last talked, but but it's something we need time for, so yeah, weekend is okay.
And the exact date and time we had that call. He thanked me for this. He thanked me on call, which I obviously don't have proof of. I unfortunately did not record our conversations. But 10 days later, completely of his own accord, he reached.
I just wanted to say thank you. Got the literal wake-up call again. It meant a lot and motivated me to restart therapy. I'm glad it did something positive. When did you start again? I'll be starting the week back from Vegas. The week back from Vegas. Okay.
Reached out to me again to thank me again for this very real wake-up call. Okay? I have proof that he heard this and that he thanked me for it. I have proof he said she deserved to know the truth, and I have proof that she asked me for the truth. Weeks after that happened, I made my video, a conversation about manipulation, consent, and assault. I did not think he was keeping tabs on me. At the time I received the cease and desist, I was already going through something. I was already dealing with some trauma. Oh, and by the way, he knew that I already had PTSD from previous trauma. I was already going through some shit. But this made it so much worse. Finding out that someone who hurt you is keeping tabs on you and watching you, even though they blocked you.
You've been 7
I
weeks.
kept that video fucking vague, and I did it on purpose because I didn't want to start shit. I never said it was about him, and I'm not saying that it is. What I am saying is that he said it was about him, and that he threatened to sue me if I didn't take it down within 24 hours. But I left it up, and it's been up for almost 2 years. I know people are gonna ask me why I didn't say something earlier. I wasn't ready. I mean, fuck, I thought I was ready, but I get... Jesus Christ, I guess not. But I have to do this. I have stayed silent for almost 2 years, and that silence has not been good for my mental health. I don't think I will ever truly know peace if I allow him to silence me. And in case you're wondering if there have been any allegations against Daniel, there was. He told me about it.
Daniel Green is a rapist. He raped me in the summer of 2016. He is a YouTuber now with hundreds of thousands of followers. Please do not follow him. He uses social justice issues for his own gain as a white straight man. He did many things to me without my consent, and then he raped me and left me to leave his father's house bleeding. Fuck you, Daniel. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Feel free to reblog. Honestly, I do not care anymore. I can't handle holding it in. So you posted about it. You said you didn't talk about it, but you posted about it, and you did a call to action about not following his page or whatever. Okay. That's something.
That's the only reason I know about it. He told me it was false, and that there's no way it could be true, because he wasn't there at the time. Turns out he told Discord something different. He told Discord he was there, but he was only there to visit his father. So, I'm not saying that a conversation about manipulation, consent, and assault is about Daniel. I never did. I go to Vegas often to get tattooed. My mama Batok lives there. My spirit dad. I have to say something.
No, you don't.
I want to fucking breathe again.
You can say it in
Jesus, I thought I
therapy.
was done crying about this. If he did the things that I mentioned in that video, then that would mean it's a pattern. And if I woke up one day and saw another allegation somewhere, I would never forgive myself for saying nothing. Because Daniel likes to take his friends traveling. I wonder if they'll sue me over this. I'm not saying that other video is about him. I never did. This one's about him, and all I'm doing is sharing the cease and desist. All I'm doing is sharing the fact that he was keeping tabs on me even weeks after our friendship ended, and that he watched my video, and that he said it was about him, even though I never did, and that he went to a law firm and told them it was about him, and that he sent a lawyer after me to bark like a fucking dog and threaten me into silence.
It was probably because you posted that thing about him. Just saying.
He threatened to sue me. He threatened to bury me under legal fees. He threatened to wipe me off of social media if I didn't take that video down in 24 hours. After I got this, anytime I got an email, it's gonna happen again, I guarantee you. Anytime I saw that little notification on my phone, my stomach would fucking drop. Because I was fucking terrified. It was his lawyer again, coming after me to threaten me for something else. I spent a good year of my life looking over my shoulder, wondering what I could and couldn't say. Because apparently, if I talked about my life and the things that I have been through, even though, even if I never say who the fuck it was, apparently he was gonna come after me for it. Sorry, not apparently, confirmed. That's gonna happen again if I post this. But I want to feel okay again.
Posting this isn't going to help. It's just going to make the lawyer come after you some more. And you should just get therapy, lady. Jesus Christ.
And I don't think I ever will if I let him silence me. I will not let him silence me. And I will not let him bury this the way he likes things to get buried.
Some Tumblr just accused me of rape at a time when I literally could not have been in that state. I think unless it blows up, what the fuck? I'm going to try to let it get buried, okay?
I think his followers deserve to know what kind of a man he is. Because as his own lawyer said, he's done a good job building a positive reputation as a medical professional. The kind of man he is when the cameras are not rolling. He's a liar and a cheater. He is a vile, despicable human being, and those words come straight from the mouth of his own partner.
Okay.
I don't know if they're still together. I'm not looking him up. I never want to see his face again. The first thing I did when our friendship ended, I went to YouTube, I clicked on an icon of his video, and I hit Do Not Recommend channel.
Okay.
I never wanted to see his face again. But it turns out he was keeping tabs on me. Daniel is a vile, despicable human being. And the kind of man who would pressure one of his own best friends into sexual things while he's sober and awake, knowing very well that they are half asleep and on drugs. He is the kind of man to keep tabs on them, watch their videos, and hire a lawyer to try and threaten them into silence. He is the kind of man that would threaten a lawsuit, legal fees, and social media eradication over a video in which I never identified who I was talking about. That's the kind of man he is. I am done being silent. I don't know what's gonna happen. If I disappear, you'll know who did it.
Awkward.
I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll receive another cease and desist. I wonder if he'll go with the same lawyer. She called him a medical professional. This was the revised version. It was titled Revised Cease and Desist. But they threatened defamation on a video that never said it was about him, and they called him a medical professional, and she accidentally sent me a blank email half an hour before the real one. So he might go with someone new. 4/20 of 2023, I spent alone in Vegas by the pool. 4/20 of 2024, is this?
You were even talking about it on other things. Happy anniversary to the day of one of my best friends pressured me into sexual things I didn't want to do while he was awake and sober, and I was half asleep on drugs. Yeah, it wasn't even just that video. You were saying it on different platforms.
And I'm not having that this year. I am done being silent. I don't know what this is gonna do. I don't need this to blow up. I don't want this to blow up. I just fucking... I just can't stay silent. And there's no reason why this story needs to end with him getting away with it. Not when he went out of his way to attach his own name to that video. I never said it was about him. Not once. And I'm not saying that it is. What I am saying is that he threatened to sue me over it. So, yeah. If I disappear, you'll know who did it. I will not let him silence me. I will not let him bury me.
Continue. Okay. We also in possession of direct communications between you and Mr. Green. indicating the falsity of your allegations. We intend to present these in action against you. More specifically, the statement in these two videos are highly defamatory and subject you to claim to libel, perjury, and invasion of privacy. Okay. And cease and desist from further disseminating of this information or any platform or email. Cease and desist. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
Hey guys, it is 8 in the morning and I touched up my roots yesterday, so I got splodges of dye in my face, but that's fine. I was just ruminating in the shower.
Okay, I'm back on another day to finish this. Let's talk about day number 2. Okay, I'm just gonna force myself to talk through the tears, because otherwise it's just gonna take too long, so forgive me. Okay, whew. Day number 2. We went for breakfast, and over breakfast, we discussed the fact that it never should have happened, and that we were just friends, and that it was never going to happen again. We had that conversation over.
Wait, when is this talking about the day after you had that encounter with him, or are you saying this was recent?
For
Makes no
breakfast.
sense.
After breakfast, on the way back, he stopped by an ATM, and I told him I didn't want his money because he said he wanted to spoil me as a friend. And he said, no, I promise you, just friends. It never should have happened, never happening again, just friends. I told you I wanted to spoil you. Right, this was a last-minute tattoo appointment. It was last minute. My mama Bathok said, I have a cancellation for tomorrow. Do you want a spot? And I said, oh my god, yes, I'll ask my friend, but to be honest, his opinion doesn't matter. I want to get fucking tattooed. So the appointment was at 4. We got back to the hotel. I went to the pool. He stayed in the hotel room for hours. I stayed by the pool, eating edibles. Eventually he came out, we hung out there for a little bit, and then I had to go to my appointment. And he was gonna come with. So we went back to the hotel room. And as soon as we were alone again, yes, he went back against his word. As soon as we were alone again, he started pressuring me all over again. And I said repeatedly, we just talked about this over breakfast. We just talked about this. We just said, we're just friends. Never happening again. Shouldn't have happened. And he kept saying, oh, what's the difference? Somebody did it once. Somebody did it once. What's the difference? I had a fucking tattoo appointment. I had somewhere to fucking be. Both times he jerked himself off onto me. Except the second time, it was worse. Because he also shoved his dick in my mouth. I remember my mouth was so fucking dry from the edibles. Felt like a fucking carpet. And it was all so fast.
Why is she talking about it on YouTube? Fuck, man. Get therapy. How many times do I have to say this? Just get therapy, please. If you're someone watching this video, don't go on YouTube talking about your trauma, because it isn't good. This isn't a good platform to do it on, okay? The internet is not a good place to share your information on, okay? It's not safe.
He came all over my buttock, which is sacred, and was given to me for sexual healing because of things that I have been through in my past. And he knows that. And then I went to my tattoo appointment. So, he cannot say that he made a mistake and it was a one-time thing. He did it twice. Both times I repeatedly tried to talk him out of it, and both times he jerked himself off onto me. Both times he said horrific things while doing it. And then I went and I got tattooed. And it was really painful, and I went into shock. And I was bandaged up. And I feel like it might have saved me, because he didn't touch me after that.
Oh, Lord.
He knew that I already have PTSD.
Why is this on YouTube?
Fuck.
Ah. Fucking Christ. Why did you think this was a good idea to post? Why? Why? God, Christ. This is so awkward. This is uncomfortable. This is so uncomfortable. Oh my God. This is so weird.
Holy fuck. Okay, okay, okay,
Okay. Okay. Lovely.
okay, I'm done.
Great. So, wunderbar.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Come on, you almost had it.
No, not doing it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay, okay. Hey, Teddy. Hey, buddy. Also, I forgot to mention that I did record this.
She could have added that out. Why? Why? That was so unnecessary. She literally ended it there. It was so pointless. Ah! Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that bullshit?
To the Las Vegas police.
That's it? You've already reported to the Las Vegas police? Okay, cool. Grand. Awesome. Fuck you. Fuck you for that. Next up in this little sweet story is then this guy's little response to Naomi. So Daniel Green is responding to her in a short little 1-minute response. So let's look at that.
Hello, my name is Daniel Green. This is an important message in response to various false allegations made against me by Naomi King of alleged sexual assault in a campaign launched on YouTube and more. Let me be clear. I had consensual sex with Naomi King. Yes, it was an affair that my then girlfriend and now fiance took several years to move on from. I also have clear and convincing evidence to prove everything was consensual. Myself and my team are now planning to sue Naomi King in a court of law. The communication Naomi King has inaccurately used against me online has greatly damaged me and others to date. I also have many other pieces of evidence which prove my innocence. Look for more communication from me based on truth and fact in the near future. Naomi King took time to launch a campaign against me, and I will need time to communicate my truth as well. More soon. Thank you.
And in response to that little short message from Daniel Green, she then had to make a almost 20 minutes video. And we're just going to look at that as well. And then we're going back to Daniel Green because he made a response to that. And then yada, yada, back and forth. All that fun stuff. You know what? Fuck this bullshit, really. I just want to say that. This is so unnecessary. Deal with this in the court of law, dumbasses, not on YouTube. Fuck, man.
Hello, my name is Naomi King, and this is an important announcement. Was that it? Was it? I don't know, I didn't watch it. My friend gave me the lowdown. Hey guys, I really want to say thank you to everybody that has been so supportive. It's been really overwhelming and it's kind of freaking me out. There has been a lot of confusion surrounding timelines and dates. People think that the 8-page letter was written after the trip, even though I stated it was written weeks before the trip. So in this video, I want to kind of reiterate and make clear what the timeline actually was and what the dates actually were. There were dates in the screenshots, but they're small, so I feel like people missed them. So I want to...
Why? Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do this? Literally, why on YouTube? Like, he's suing you. Shut up. Shut up. But this makes good content, right? So why do I care? But seriously, this is like, my instincts are just like, why would you do this in the first place? This just makes you look worse. So much worse. Like, stop it.
To make things very clear, I'm not denying having history with Daniel in the past. He first slid into my DMs over Black Lives Matter.
I keep seeing this, and it makes me so angry. People of color have peacefully protested for generations. Hell yes, they are justified in what they are doing today. Fucking racist boomers couldn't even stay inside the pandemic. Now they want murder to go unpunished. Sorry to weirdly vent. Just thank you for sharing. That needs to be said out loudly. People see what they want to see and will ignore everything else. I was about to say it's frustrating, but it's deadly. So many lives lost. Venting is welcome. I keep trying to think of a way to talk about this without AWOLing, but I might just allow myself to go AWOL. Okay, that's one way to slide into a girl's DMs. Yeah, just talk about Black Lives Matter. That'll get a girl going, right? So weird. What the fuck? Even wrote a couple songs about the dude in the past, but they were from long before we hung out in Vegas. Oh no. Cousin, I haven't have you. Did I fuck up pushing you away? When you tried to give me love, did I fuck up wanting everything? Only when I can't have it? There's a war inside me, burning through my veins. I'm so fucking lonely, yet I run away. I'm so push and pull until it's done to me. Now I'm here with no one left. It's just me and the voices in my head. The voices in my head. Oh my god, no way. Did I fuck up being me again? Freezing up when I could have had you and me? It's all I've ever known, losing everyone I love. So there's a war inside me, burning through my veins. I'm so fucking lonely. Oh, I've always been. Now I'm left to watch you loving someone else. Oh, I'm here alone again. It's just me and the voices in my head. You're all I want. The fuck? Cause I can't have you. You're all I want because you found someone new. You're all I want, and now I got no one. Did I fuck up pushing you away? Should I have just left you in my life? I'm so fucked up, only wanting what I can't have, and now I lost. Okay. Your girlfriend, we know each other long before she did. Oh. Oh, you guys are a thing before her. Oh, I see. We were friends long before she came along. We flirted long before she ever did, so I was the one that you first wanted, and we've been something more than friends for so long. Ooh. We had feelings before she did, so you can't blame me. If I feel to some extent, it's not cheating. If we never change the way we've been, baby, if I come and take your hand, there's a part of me that doesn't care if she's your girlfriend. Ah, it's terrible. Oh, the only reason we never happened was fucking timing. Oh, what the luck. It's funny I couldn't see you and you couldn't come. Oh, time, yeah. Oh, the pandemic kept us apart. We couldn't travel, so I stayed here in the dark. Oh my god. If I had taken it and taken up your heart, you can't blame me if I feel to some extent. It's not cheating if we never change the way we've been. Baby, if I come and take your hand, there's a part of me that doesn't care if she's your girlfriend. She's an actor like me, a model like me, a narrator like me, speaks the same damn language like me. Did you plan this, baby? Is she gonna write books like me and write music like me? Did you notice how she filled the void of me? Oh, but you're not honest with her. Not the way you're honest with me, like we've been, because you know she'd never understand you. You cannot blame me if I feel to some extent it's not cheating if we never change the way we've been. Baby, if I come and take your hand, there's a part of me that doesn't care if she's your girlfriend. Oh my god, this is psychopathic. Maybe I'm being mean because I guess I am, but you love it, and don't you? We both have darkness, and if you think about it, you're her man. Okay, only because I didn't say yes back then. Dude, this is like a regret. Like, bro, like this is psychopathic. This is crazy. Maybe one day, I guess we passed our moment. I guess we missed the chance. I don't know why I didn't let you back then. I know it's all my fault because I always run away, so I can't be upset. No, when I see her face, maybe one day if we're both single, maybe then we try us out. We can try. I can't speak, but not till that day when we're both single, because I can't do that to her. Oh, and now you're finally met me, and now I've met you too, and here it feels so easy, lost in those baby blues. Chorus. Oh, I know how it feels to love someone and find out they've gotten another, and I know how it feels, so I can't put somebody else through all that torture. I know how it feels, no matter how long to let you in. I'm stronger, so this is it right here. So I lie here, barely holding to your arm, because I know it's wrong, but you can't blame me, I'm only human. Jesus! Maybe one day, if we're both single, maybe then we can try us out, but till that day, when we're both single, because I can't do that to her. Oh. What kind of... This is terrible songs. These are terrible songs. Jesus Christ. Like, oh my god. Okay, anyways, let's just get back into the video. I'm sorry. This is crazy. This is not helping your case. Here's the context of the "I will probably always be a cheater" message. Okay, want to be best friends? Thought we already were. Prove it. Tell me all your deepest secrets. I'll probably always be a cheater in a relationship or like in D&D. D&D. The former. Is that because you prefer polyamory and end up stuck in monogamous relationships, or because you like the actual thrill of doing what you're not supposed to do and would rather be in a relationship in which you're not supposed to cheat and cheat? Oh, brother.
Okay, here's some dates. January 22nd of 2023 was when he said he wanted to take me on a friend trip and spoil me, and we started talking about travel around then.
I was thinking about your book today. You do sexual tension very well. What the or not Vegas. I want to take you on a friend trip and spoil you. Thought you were busy till May. March is looking like it has an opening. I take everything you say with a grain of salt. Ouch. You cannot be surprised. Like, fuck yeah, it's a travel. Let's travel. But we both know you'll cancel. Even booking flights doesn't mean anything.
For all the people who are confused as to what the fuck spoil even means, I'm a sugar baby. Now, he and I were not daddy baby. He wanted to spoil me as a friend. Like, that was explicit there. One.
No, that's not what I wanted. Fuck. I was gonna say, sure, that's not the case. Sure. Totally not like that was what's going on. Now let me get back to where we were. Fuck.
Over for like 3 days in 2022. Nothing happened because we were just friends. That being said, I do live with my best friend, so he and I were never truly alone together. So now I am here to answer the questions. What were you wearing? I went to sleep first, alone, and I was buck-ass naked because I always sleep naked. I've done it since
You sleep naked with your friends?
I was a teen.
Look, okay, here's the thing. I've slept in the same bed as friends. I've never gone buck-ass naked. I've worn pants. Maybe I've taken off a shirt, maybe, like with guy friends, I've taken off a shirt, maybe, because it's really hot. But I won't take off my pants. I won't take off my underwear. Like, those are the two exceptions. Like, it's always just the shirt. Shirt's fine coming off. But, bro, that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Teenager, I cannot stand the feeling of clothes bunching around my skin and twisting as you sleep and inseams, and it's just bad. But when he got there, I put this on. This was how I let him in, very groggy. I remember one of the first things he said upon seeing me was he commented on how high I looked. So I said, "You want to catch up?"
Oh. So he did take some, did he? Huh?
He took half a bite of one.
Oh, you lying little bitch. Oh, he said he was sober. You lied. Ooh, that's terrible of you. Wow.
Which would have been 10 milligrams, but that takes about an hour to kick in. So when
You don't know that. Maybe for you, but for him, this could have been like instant snap to reality. Boom. Hi. Like, I don't know. It's different for everyone. Like, I haven't tried because no thank you, but you know, just it's not the same. Okay.
he did what he did, he was still sober.
No, I doubt.
I went back to sleep, and I did remove this because I was now under the blankets. Before I removed this that first night, I straight up asked Daniel if he would prefer it if I left it on. I straight up was like, hey, I can leave this on while I sleep. And he was the one that was straight up like, no, I've shared beds with friends before, like, it's not weird. He straight up said that, like, my actions are my responsibility. He straight up told me, like, you be comfortable.
Exactly. And then you decided to take off your shirt. I don't know. Not saying that you deserve it because you're buck-ass naked, but like, if you felt a certain way about this guy beforehand, you know, you should have kept your distance. Just saying.
Looking back on it, dumbass. I know that. He went and took a shower because planes are disgusting. And when he was done, he joined me in bed. And I would like to let people know that I have slept in beds with many of my friends, traveling, sharing the same bed. I even sleep naked next to women, next to men, next to all the lovely people in between.
Why? No.
And none of my friends have ever taken advantage of that. People off the top of my head who I've traveled with and slept naked next to who did not take advantage of me: Kurt, Scott, Cody, Kimmy, Tay, Romeo, like...
Name drop them. Okay, then. I guess we're going to that extent. All right.
Someone being next to you is not consent. I guess I should reenact for you what happened. All right, y'all.
What? She's reenacting? No. Oh, God.
Here's what happened. There were blankets, there were pillows. Not this many.
Oh,
I was
God.
in bed like this when he came and joined me. He lay here, and I was very groggy and half asleep. And he started to pressure me into things. Because I was facing him.
She's naked. She's naked for this reenactment, bro. She went full in. Bro, I'm really hating this.
I was like, not good. So I turned onto my stomach and put my arm between us to create a barrier. And I was looking at my
She doesn't even have a bra. My guy. Oh.
pillow while trying to talk him out of it. Like, I went from facing him and talking to him and creating a physical barrier between us because he was coming on really fucking strong. He promised me beforehand that he wanted to just be friends. He promised me he wanted to spoil me as a friend, which obviously looking back on now, I was a fucking idiot for believing that. I was half asleep. Like, I had the strength to get up, make a couple jokes, and then get back in bed. But I was not fully there. So he was pressuring me. The worst part about this is that I didn't
What the fuck? What? This just came out of nowhere.
even want to do it.
Later? Bro, what kind of editing is this?
You were coming on so strong. I turned onto my stomach, faced toward my pillow, trying to talk about it first. You started talking money. I said I could do that, expecting more of a conversation, but you took that as a cue to start making out with me. So I was lying here like this, and then when I was halfway through what I was trying to say, he pushed me over and started.
Bro, why is she reenacting this? Does she really have PTSD? Does she really?
Putting his tongue in my mouth. Now, I will acknowledge that I did not fight him off. I will acknowledge that I froze because that is my trauma response. It was all very quick. I really did not have time to think. And then he worked his way down my body in a way in which I can describe only felt like someone going down the checklist of everything they had ever dreamt of doing to you.
No, this isn't okay. Why are you doing this?
Very quickly. Push over, shove tongue in mouth, suck the titties, lick the pussy, lick the asshole.
No. Why? Why are you going into
Literally,
detail?
just like, bam, bam, bam. Like, and then he tried to stick it in me, and it was at that point that I was just like, I'm not having sex, that lube, I'm not having sex, that lube, I'm not having sex, that lube. And he kept positioning himself between my legs, saying, come, just join, just the tip, just the tip, just the tip. And I kept pushing him away, saying, I'm not having sex, that lube, I'm not having sex,
She's
that lube.
mimicking
so he
him?
jerked himself off onto me, repeatedly moaning my name and how long he had dreamt about it. And again, it all happened very quickly. I've seen some comments from some people saying, like, the fuck, it takes time to jerk yourself off.
Bro, what is this shit, bro? Oh my god. I don't know what to say. Like, oh.
Not for him, it doesn't. I am going to reenact for you what he did and how he moaned.
No! Don't do that.
From both incidents. Night 1, what he moaned on loop while jerking himself off was this.
No way. No way. I'm in disbelief. I am like disconnecting right now. Like I'm like trying to look away. I am in disbelief. She
I have no idea how long I've thought about this. That's what he moaned on repeat on night 1. He
fuck, dude. This is what the fuck?
came all over my buttock.
Your tattoo?
He went into the bathroom and stayed there. I yelled at him to bring me a towel. I wiped his cum off of my stomach, threw the towel on the ground, and passed out. The following morning, Daniel informed me that he spent the entire night crying and puking, and he swore that it would never happen again.
So you regretted it. Okay. I just don't know. I don't know what to say because I wasn't there, right? So I can't say whether her statement's true. She's definitely not telling the full truth because she said he was sober. But we don't know that because, well, he had taken pills. So who's to say he wasn't sober, right? Jesus, just what the hell's happening, man?
And that's part of why I believed that he wouldn't do it again. Because when someone admits to crying and puking after doing something like that to you, and they promise they're not going to do it again, you kind of think they won't do it again. So that's what I was wearing. After the pool, we went back to the hotel room so we could get my shit. Because not only did I have to like change and stuff, but for buttock ceremonies you need like an offering, and I needed to go get my food and stuff that I had there. And then he started pressuring me into the shit that he promised wouldn't happen. And I repeatedly told him, Daniel, we just talked about this. We said we weren't going to do this. We just talked about this over breakfast. You promised me we were just friends. He kept pressuring me. He kept pressuring me. I had somewhere to fucking be. So as per usual, I did not fight back. And I will acknowledge that. He did push me to my knees and shove his dick in my mouth, saying,
Like, how am I supposed to believe you didn't want this? Miss, I wrote 3 songs about him.
suck my cock. That time, he also made me lie down on the bed while he laid the money that he took out of the ATM that he promised would be just for being friends on my body. And I will acknowledge I did not fight him off. But I did repeatedly try to talk him out of it, and whenever he pushed for sex, I did reject that. Oh my god, the shit he moaned. The second time when he was jerking himself off.
Oh my god, stop with the reenactments, man. Jesus. Fuck, dude. No wonder he's suing your ass.
Staring at me like I was a fucking porno magazine. He said this. On loop until he came.
I really didn't want to include this, but you did it anyways. Ugh.
Think about this every time. Fuck
This is so nasty.
my girlfriend. That's what he said. It's really disgusting and really mean. But he said that on loop until he came all over my sacred tattoo. So yeah,
No,
I
boy.
tried to talk him out of it, but I did not use the word no, and I did not use the word stop. I knew that his flight was the next day during the day. I knew that I was going to get one more night alone. There was a third day, and everyone's going to be like, hey, why didn't you run away? Where the fuck was I going to sleep? Where the fuck was I going to stay?
At that point, I would want to run away. I'd go anywhere. Fucking, I'd be homeless. I don't care. As long as I wasn't close to the person that's been abusing me for 2 days now. Hello? Like, call for help, but you didn't. This is so weird. This is inconsistent as hell.
Hey, we went to an art exhibit place. It was like something 15, that crazy place. Just went there and hung out. In his reply video to mine, he explicitly said that we had consensual sex, which is interesting because in his message here, he said,
I don't agree with that, but I understand we didn't have sex, but that's not really the point with the line, so you're not wrong. But that's why I didn't want to cross that specific line. And again, I understand if you hate me. Yes, you guys did have sex. You had oral sex. That counts as legally sex. So shut up. It was sex.
as we didn't have sex, so we now
You guys had sex.
officially have on record him saying that we had sex.
You had sex.
But I have record here him saying that we didn't have
You had sex. Shut up.
sex.
Oh, more text. Oh, like, did I cross other lines? Dude, holy shit. Did I pressure you? That's the issue is that you kept going back and forth. You set it up, and then you said you'd never do it again. Then you said you might. Then you said absolutely no. Then you turned up that night and had changed your mind yet again. You did pressure me, but at the same time, I had wanted it to happen before. What? So yeah, you said you wanted it. What? On one hand, it completely fucks me up whenever you change your mind, but on the other hand, I know it's going to happen. I promise you, I'll never change again. I know you won't believe me now, and it's on me to prove it. Am I still invited in July? Pressuring for something, making me feel like you want it, and then immediately regretting it doesn't feel good, but at least I got paid. Bro, oh my god, you are pay pig. Fuck. Ouch. But yeah, fair. Do you hate me? I don't blame you. The whole trip probably wouldn't have fucked me up emotionally, but at least I was compensated for it. Oh my god, more with the money. I know you kept saying you didn't want me to feel like you were getting it out of your system, but clearly you were. Fuck. I don't agree with that, but I understand we didn't have sex, but that's only really the point with the line. So you're not wrong, but that's why I didn't want to cross that specific line. Again, I understand if you hate me. I kind of wonder why you even crossed the line, because you didn't commit to it, even in the moment. Seems like you just tried to end it as fast as possible to get over with, like you weren't allowing yourself to enjoy it. So you were wanting him to do it because of the guilt, because part of me was doing it because you said you cried last time I left you, nothing happened, which is stupid because this made it worse. I made the wrong call both times. What? So, oh my god, you were wanting this. You were fucking wanting this. This isn't, oh my god. Oh. Fucking, ah. Sorry if that's a bad answer, but I just want to give you the truth. I also want to say I still had a really good time with you. I did not cry because nothing happened. Oh, that's what I thought. My god, I cried because you keep changing your fucking mind, because you tell me I'm your favorite, and then ghosts for months at a time, because you pop out of the woodwork and tell me you have feelings for me and try to pursue something with me, and then say you'll never betray her. I cry because time and time again, all throughout my life, I always been second choice, and every time you fuck me around, it hits me right where it hurts. You spent so long trying not to hurt Kayla that you've just put all that on me. Also, if you were doing it for me, then you should have put it in a little bit more effort in regards to my pleasure, LMAO. It really felt like it was just for you. You were wanting this. You were fucking wanting this. This isn't rape. This isn't sexual assault. Okay? This was something you wanted. Fuck. Ugh. When we were talking by the pool, you asked me what my favorite part of the trip was. I said just hanging out with you, especially by the pool. You said your favorite part was the part you couldn't talk about. So what the fuck is this? Don't you dare try to put any of this on me. I never asked you to cheat. The last night I said I wanted to be more because you said that had been your favorite part, and then you played it like you didn't want it again. It seems only you're allowed to express any kind of lust. When I finally do it because you've been doing it, you never like it. Oh my god. Naomi, I promise I wasn't trying to put anything on you, and I didn't mean it that way at all. I'm sorry that came out of that way. I thought it was what you wanted, that is all. Not that you made me do anything. In no way, shape, or form is anything that happened your responsibility, period. I purely and only meant I thought you wanted me to do, and that is it. I did not mean to say I felt guilty into anything, because I didn't. I hope we can call soon to talk this out. Oh my Jesus Christ.
On April 28th, he blamed his demon.
Hi, there's a part of me that is still hurt and made mad and wants you to suffer, but I also love you and care about you, and I'm worried about you. You're going through a lot right now, and I've been thinking about you. I hope things are going okay over there. I'm trying to fix myself. I'm trying not to be the person the voices in my head tell me I am. A part of that is stopping the lies. The guilt made me suicidal. I almost put in institution by the first shrink I saw when I got back, like my mom. Like, I got back like my mom. What the fuck? As a result, I told Kayla everything. What we did, what I said, the money I gave you, everything. She deserved to know, and amazingly has stuck with me. But the hurt I saw in her eyes is my biggest regret in life. And I've realized so fucking much since I got back, and why I'm so fucked up and unhealthy towards sex and relationships. There are two people in me, and I want to be the good one. I am so sorry I hurt you as well. I didn't want to hurt anyone, and my God, you didn't deserve this, but I don't want to blame trauma or any excuse. I fucked up. I started acting like the voices in my head tell me I am. I can't just say it's because of what happened to me. No excuses. I wouldn't have never stopped behaving this way if I wasn't finally honest. Not only about what happened between us, but how horribly miserable I've been for my adult life. I hope you understand but we shouldn't talk. I generally wish you the best future possible, but we are not good for each other, and what I am responsible for happening is something I'm trying to fix for years. Oh my God. Dude, they're both shitty people. I don't agree with Daniel Green. This guy's obviously an asshole himself. The only victim here is the wife. Or the girlfriend. His girlfriend. Sorry. Yeah. That's the only victim in this situation right now. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, no, this is disgusting. This is really disgusting.
And the voices in his head for his behavior, and blocked me. I'm trying to not be the person the voices in my head tell me I am. A part of that is stopping with the lies. The guilt made me suicidal. I've realized so fucking much since I got back. There are two to hurt anyone fucked up happened to me. On May 1st, I made 2 videos because my whiny ass does this. This is a couple of clips from the video that was sent to her. I didn't want it.
You sent these fucking videos to her?
I didn't enjoy it. I feel absolutely sick to my stomach. We had explicitly decided we were just friends. He changed his mind on the day. He started making out with me before I'd even agreed to do anything. I just want you to know I am truly sorry, and you deserve better. I sent it to his partner May 7th. I know she watched that video because that's the one she responded to when she...
Naomi, for two years, what exactly went on behind my back between you two? I would like at least to hear your words too.
Asked me for the truth.
Okay.
At that same time, I made a video for Daniel because I was in a state of shock and I was very confused and I felt very used and objectified and fetishized and taken advantage of and violated. But I was also devastated and in the state of hating myself for letting it happen because that's the kind of guilt that we live with. Here's a couple clips from his video. I wanted to talk about it in the morning. You pushed for it at night. We'd agreed we were just friends that trip. You changed your fucking mind and didn't give me time to comprehend it. I was on 50 milligrams that night. You were on 10. I was half asleep. You were wide awake. I feel so fucking used. I didn't even want to. May 15th, my friend sent her a link to that letter. And then that was that.
Your friend sent her the link to that letter. Are you kidding me? You're using other people to send your little notes of videos towards people? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dude, this lady's an asshole.
That was
Holy
the last
cow.
of it. Over a month later, June 19th, I posted that video, a conversation about manipulation, consent, and assault. It was about manipulation, consent, and assault. Some people are getting like mad about that, like the description's in the title.
Because what you were talking about was not assault. That's what the issue was.
In that video, one of the things that I said was this.
I was basically this man's therapist for 3 fucking years. And as I slowly unraveled his story and figured it out and kind of figured out why he does what he does, you know, it was all like a revelation to him, and now he's in therapy, blah, blah, blah. I recently got in contact with somebody he assaulted 7 years ago, and as she and I have been talking, it has become blatantly clear that none of what I figured out was a revelation. This man has been doing the same things, he has been using the same excuses, he's been manipulating and lying and coercing for almost a decade. If I had been the only person, I would have been like, okay, that was fucked up, you piece of shit, go to therapy. But it's, you know, discovering that it was all premeditated and it was all planned, and for 3 years it was just like manipulating and building up to this, and he's been doing it for 7 years. It's kind of like...
In that video, I said that, you know, I had spoken to someone that had allegedly been assaulted by this person that I never named, and talking to her was horrific. Talking to her made me see a lot of things very clearly.
The video was obviously about Daniel Green, and she doesn't want to admit it because she can get sued for this. But yet, she could get sued for this entire video as well. Like, this is worse. This is worse than that video. Like, by miles. This is terrible.
8 days later, I received the most aggressive cease and desist with many errors over the video that never identified who it was about. I replied that day because they gave me a 24-hour response period, which was not enough time for me to get my own lawyer. So I gave his lawyer hella sass, which I probably shouldn't have. But so the 2 videos that were made May 1st, that were sent May 7th, those were the other videos referenced in the cease and desist. Because a lot of people were like, what the fuck, it says videos. So the first link led to those 2 videos. The second link led to the 8-page letter. And the third link led to a conversation about manipulation, consent, and assault. I knew that coming forward would potentially ruin me, get me sued. He didn't really mention the second allegation in his little monotonous read. He's still trying to sweep that one under the rug. So he is going to focus all of his energy on trying to ruin me as much as he can on his way out. And he's going to be able to. I will acknowledge that I did not fight him off.
Yeah, he's going to be able to because your dumbass keeps on talking about him. You're terrible at this. You're...
And I did continue to hang out with him afterwards because I was in a state of shock. And I fawn, which I hate. I feel like I had to say something. Genuinely, I don't want anyone else getting hurt. And I am willing to be publicly crucified for it. He can afford the best lawyers.
Oh, you're our hero. Oh, thank you. Praise thy be. You're amazing. You're the new Jesus. Like, who do you think you are? Huh? Huh? The fuck?
Somebody informed me he hired a global crisis PR manager. Like, I'm gonna end up bankrupt, I'm telling you right now.
Okay, that's the end of that video. Next video, yippee! I'm so excited. This is so dumb. I hate this so much. So I just wanted to say before we continue, as of me recording this, she just uploaded another video, which is now 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 12 seconds. Fuck you, Naomi. Fuck you, okay? I'm gonna have to make a whole nother video because of you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Let's get on to this with Daniel Green, okay? God damn this lady. Okay, now we're on Daniel Green. Let's see what he has to say about all this. And then, yeah, go from there.
Hello, my name is Daniel Green, and this is in response to Naomi King's recent videos accusing me falsely of sexual assault on a trip to Las Vegas. And it's very important to me that I immediately address how the title of this video is not clickbait. And Naomi King, in their own second video, recently included evidence to prove the title of this video. One, there was a screenshot of a text sent where Naomi King...
What's the title? Proving Naomi King lied about their own words. Okay.
states themselves that they were asking for us to go further on the second day of the trip. And on top of that, they included snippets from a video apologizing to Kayla. And there was even another one to myself where they remove context where Naomi King explicitly states that the relationship was consensual.
I wish I could
Uh-oh. That's not good.
take it all back. I wish I could take it all fucking back. It was not worth losing what we had. I wish I'd said no. I wish you'd never gone to Vegas. I feel so fucking guilty because of what I did.
Because of what I did. Oh?
Because of what I did to Kayla.
And even in their video, they show the empty drive links that our lawyer had used and since erased for memory purposes. And that leads me to believe Naomi King thought we would no longer have copies of those videos, which is not the case. We do. And this also allows me to counter Naomi King's claim in their first video that I was unprovoked keeping tabs on them after our affair ended, which is not the case. In the days and weeks following us blocking Naomi King on several platforms, we continued to receive messages not only from Naomi King, but one of their friends. And also, to make the claim that I could not know this video was about me.
Yeah, she did say that she got her friend to send them their videos. So,
I find to be absurd. It includes details about a trip to Las Vegas, and Naomi King also mentions contacting a stalker of mine that I had told them about in confidence during our 3-year relationship. And once I realized Naomi King had contacted my stalker, Madison, that is when I decided to seek legal counsel. Naomi included clips in their recent video posted Saturday to make it seem even in these private videos they were claiming assault, which is not the case. I am going to play you clips from those personalized videos that Naomi King sent to Kayla and I, and show you them directly contradicting the accusations they made against me and directly talk about how what happened was consensual. I will then show you how in their 2023 video that drove me to hire legal counsel, you can see Naomi King deciding to change consensual to non-consensual. This video will clearly show a pattern of escalation and dishonesty from Naomi King, and it'll start now.
He turned up at midnight, sober and awake, and pressured me, half asleep and on drugs, into sexual things that he and I had agreed beforehand would not happen. I was on 50 milligrams that night. You were on 10.
First of all, directly there, Naomi King is contradicting themselves, saying I was on 0, then 10.
I have now learned from their Saturday video, they gave me 20 while telling me it was 10. Uh-oh. That's not good.
But in addition to that, even in the screenshot they show, they're messaging me about taking 40 milligrams around lunchtime and then directly state that I arrived around midnight. I had no knowledge that Naomi King was continuing to take edibles, and that contradicts what actually happened when I arrived, where they walked down to the hotel lobby in a bathrobe, greeted me, and walked me back upstairs.
Wait, it was in the lobby?
down to the hotel lobby in a bathrobe, greeted me, and walked me back upstairs, sober as a whistle.
Sober as a whistle. Ooh.
Anyway.
That contradicts her whole story because she said that they met at the door of the the hotel room. So, I
reached out to his girlfriend because I felt like shit. And I know what it's like to be cheated on, and it fucking sucks. She replied and asked me for the truth. She asked me for the truth. I was at the airport when I received that message. I headed home to send her the truth. By the time I got home, she had asked me to leave her alone, which I completely understood. So I respected that, and I left her alone. A handful of days later...
But you didn't, and you let your friend make a video. You made a video and let your friend send her that video. So you didn't leave her alone. That's bullshit.
Later, she reached out to me again to call me a vile, despicable human being. It was that message that made it very clear to me that she had been asking him for the truth, and he was still lying.
Naomi King said in their video that I reached out to them and wanted to know the truth. That is misleading. In May, they sent me a video.
Hi, before you block me on here, I wanted to tell you how sorry I am, truly, because please watch this. I need you to know and see and hear how sorry I am. I know there's nothing I can say to make it better, but I cannot say something. But I can't not say something. I am so sorry. Okay.
Video, unprompted, wanting to apologize for what had happened. When I first saw the message, I did not want to respond right away, but I did say I would like to hear their side because I felt that was right.
Oh, so that's a whole different thing. Instead of this lady going ahead and messaging her first, Naomi went ahead and messaged her first, actually. So, bro, that's not good.
When I watched the video, I deleted that message, as you can see here. Now, you
unsent a message. Okay.
might have noticed that my second response was never actually
I understand you feel guilty and wanting to say something, but please just let me grieve in peace. I'm trying to hold to whatever pieces of my life I have left. Right now, this just sends me into a world of hurt. I just want it to stop. I just want to be left alone. Oh, she did not send that. She did not send that in her video, or at least she didn't put that in her video. So, goddamn, Naomi, this is crazy. This is really, I'm not really shocked, but this is bold of you to do.
shown in either of their videos, and that is because it says this here. There is no mention of sexual assault. That is because there was absolutely none in the video I received. As a survivor of sexual assault myself, I take that very seriously, and had that been there, I would have had a very different response and conversation. In the video Naomi uploaded on Saturday, there are two very short snippets from that apology video. I think it would be best to show everyone the full context, so I will play the rest of it in full now.
I did to you what was done to me 10 years ago, and I fucking hate myself for it.
I did it. Wow. Oh boy.
I feel sick. It was one of the most painful things I've ever gone through, and I did it to you.
Woe is me. Little baby crocodile tears. Oh, this lady's a bitch and a half. Holy cow.
The similarities between your situation now and where I was 10 years ago is so fucking similar that it's scary. And yet I still fucking did it. And I haven't stopped crying.
I did it. I'm sorry I keep on saying it, but I did it. Wow. Whole different story here.
I feel absolutely sick to my stomach. I am so sorry. You deserve so much better than that.
Crocodile tears. She's like, it almost looks like she's trying to force out tears. I'm not gonna lie.
I did not enjoy it. He did not enjoy it, and it kills me.
I didn't enjoy it, and he didn't enjoy it. Uh-oh.
I just want you to know I am truly sorry, and you deserve better. I don't expect a reply. I expect I'll be blocked, and I completely understand. But I never got an apology from the woman that actually fucked my husband.
Dude, you're so dramatic. She wanted to be left alone, and yet you just made this video just like to make it about you, because you're just talking about your relationship now. This is all about you. This is disgusting.
Husband, and I don't want to be that. I hate myself.
The comment that followed about vile and despicable actions by both parties was not in response to me learning about sexual assault. It was in response to me learning about a consensual affair. They proceeded to end the video by saying they know they will be blocked, that they don't expect a response from me, and that is exactly what I did. But then, 8 days later, I received a message.
Hey, Kayla, you don't know me. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Like, Jesus Christ.
From someone who said they were Naomi's friend and roommate. I just wanted to be left alone.
She wanted the truth. He was still lying.
She's such a lying bitch. Holy cow.
He said she deserved to know everything, okay? He said she deserved to know everything, and by golly did I agree.
I wanted to include this while also stating that Naomi eventually did include the full message in a follow-up video that shows me being the one to want to apologize to Kayla and come forward and admit to the consensual affair. But also within this second video, again, Naomi shows a message that reads as follows, and it is from them. Don't you dare try and put any of this on me. I never asked you to cheat. The last night I said I wanted to do more because you said that had been your favorite part.
Last night I said I wanted to do more.
And then you played it like you didn't want it. Again, it seems only you are allowed to express any kind of lust. When I finally do it, because you've been doing it, you never like it. And I assume Naomi King took these screenshots quite some time ago, because when I pull up our Instagram, I just see things like this. And in regards to the allegation about me pressuring in the absence of lube, it was Naomi King who on our second day there was repeatedly asking me to go buy lube despite me saying I did not want to have sex.
Oh.
And they went as far as to bring up a nearby sex shop on their phone's map app.
Until you found out I was a sugar baby and that I had someone, and suddenly another fire lit up under your ass and you wanted me again. And I feel terrible for cheating on Kel. He treats me better than anyone I have ever been with.
This is an example of Naomi King twisting the truth to fit their narrative. There were times that both of us felt bad after crossing boundaries we shouldn't have while we were both in relationships. And there was no pattern to my recollection of it being when Naomi broke up with someone or I did at all. There were even instances of Naomi King telling me things along the lines of it's better to ask forgiveness than permission in regards to the fact that because I am bisexual and in a hetero relationship with Kayla, she has told me it's okay for me to seek sexual relations with a man.
What?
But not a woman. With Naomi King being non-binary, they were referencing that there's a gray space. But it
Oh, God.
is absolutely my fault that those lines were crossed at all, and I take full accountability for that, and this is something that Kayla and I have had to work on for years.
Weeks after that happened, I made my video, a conversation about manipulation, consent, and assault. I did not think he was keeping tabs on me. And in case you're wondering,
Naomi King was actively messaging us and had their roommate message Kayla. Who else would the video be about?
if there have been any allegations against Daniel, there was.
Oh boy.
He told me about it.
Oh boy.
That's the only reason I know about it. He told me it was false and that there's no way it could be true because he wasn't there at the time. Turns out he told Discord something different. He told Discord he was there, but he was only there to visit his father.
I fully admit, at the time, I had no idea who was making those allegations, and I had an instinctual response to just say no, absolutely could not be anybody. I only visited my dad for a few weeks that summer in Nashville before going off to study abroad in Ireland. I had been on a couple of Tinder dates while I was visiting my dad, but obviously none of those dates aligned with what was being alleged in these posts at all. But I did not know for sure who this person was until I worked with my lawyer when I sent off my cease and desist, and they were able to find out it was Madison, a person whose full name I will not say here because after I sent my cease and desist, they did delete their posts. At that point, I filed a police report against Madison as well. One of the reasons I didn't suspect Madison was the one to make these accusations was one, it did not align with our encounter in Nashville at all. And in addition to that, after I got back from studying abroad in Ireland, Madison came to visit me in Virginia on their way to Florida, driving several hours out of their way to spend a weekend with me. And I have an eyewitness testimony from my college roommate who can talk about meeting Madison that weekend. All I asked Mark to do was say what they knew for sure about that weekend when Madison visited.
Hi, my name's Mark. I was Daniel's roommate, one of Daniel's roommates, our senior year of college, so that would be fall 2016 through spring 2017. We lived in a house together in Fredericksburg. At one point, Maddie came to visit Daniel. I didn't didn't have eyes on the correspondence between them before her arrival or after her departure. She was very cordial the entire time she was in the house. Daniel introduced her to us. They spent a bit of time together in his room behind closed doors, so I didn't see what was going on back there. But I did see her walk throughout the house a couple of times. She didn't communicate to me that she was there against her will or any intent to leave or desire to leave or anything like that. So yeah.
And on a final note regarding Madison, they have had a pattern of appearing when I specifically either hit milestones on the channel or release a book. When I first heard about someone making accusations about me, it is when I hit 100,000 subscribers. They then followed up with another post when I released my book, Breach of Peace. And with what the last video was here on the channel, I can't help but feel like it's still a thing.
We got back to the hotel. I went to the pool. He stayed in the hotel room for hours.
This was another lie from Naomi. I wasn't sure if I should take the time to disprove here in the video, but I think it's important to display a pattern of dishonest behavior from Naomi. We went out on excursions the entire time we were in Las Vegas, including going to a otherworld universe grocery store experience art house that is available in Las Vegas. Here is a receipt for me making purchases at the gift
Oh boy. More lies. Love it. I love it.
shop there for Naomi and myself. On that first full day, though, I also spent many hours with Naomi by the pool, giving my thoughts on a short story they had given me about a polyamorous rock band. And then I want to finally end this section of the video by giving context to the clip you saw at the beginning, which was from the personal individual one Naomi King sent me after I had blocked them on several platforms.
I wish I could take it all back. I wish I could take it all fucking back. It was not worth losing what we had. It was not worth putting Kayla through all of this fucking torture. It wasn't even slightly worth it. I wish I'd said no. I wish we'd never gone to Vegas. I feel so fucking guilty because of what I did.
Because of what I did.
Because
Oh
of
boy.
what I did to Kayla.
I fully believe both Naomi King and I, by the end of the weekend, regretted our actions. But even in the message that Naomi King redacted and showed you on screen, I was the one who demanded we confess, who came to Kayla and told the truth. Naomi, we both had regrets that weekend, and we both felt terrible when we were leaving. But I'm not accusing you of assaulting me. And admittedly, I am only showing clips from these full videos to demonstrate how Naomi King has decided, after time has gone on, to greater distort the truth to make me look worse about a situation we both regretted at the time. And then you can see all of this come to a head in the video that made me contact legal counsel, and you will see why when Naomi King gave these thoughts.
I'm just going to use men and women as an example. You can swap the genders and not all men, but I'm just going to, for example. There's a lot of men, not all, that will date and say things that basically make the person they're dating feel as though, okay, they are looking for.
But this is totally not about him, right? Like, this is just a separate video about another different person, right? Totally.
Long term. This is something that they're going for. Eventually they reach a point where they're like, okay, yep, I will sleep with this person. That person, woman in this situation, she is consenting to an intimate experience with someone that she has trusted and is getting to know and wants to be with her in the long term, and has essentially made her feel that way emotionally. And then a lot of the times they'll fuck, and then the guy will be like, all right, peace. That's assault.
So fucking retarded. Holy shit. I can't believe she could actually think this is assault. Fuck, dude. She pisses me off so much. Wow.
And then,
No, I
if
do not
the
know.
woman is like, well, okay, fuck. Now I feel completely used. I feel completely violated, especially when it comes to the things of, you thought you were going to have some kind of sex and then he did something that you didn't fucking want. But then the police are like, but you consented to it. Now you're just regretting it afterwards. What do you think?
In this 2023 video, Naomi King also accuses me of trying to use them as a therapist for 3 years in an attempt to get them in bed. I was not the one wanting to buy lube and escalate things. I want to iterate that again here and prove Naomi King was the one pressuring me to go further. Then in the same video, they apply this to Madison, who I only knew for a summer meeting on a few dates in 2016 and only saw one final time after getting back from studying abroad in Ireland and not being in contact with them that I can recall much at, if all, while there. This narrative about me being some emotional manipulator is just outright false, and I can say just did not happen. In our relationship, I did talk to Naomi about a lot of personal things, but I certainly told them many things about myself that Madison never knew, and Madison and I only saw each other a few times and did not text that much in between. It has also been brought to my attention that Naomi King, in their second video posted Saturday, also admitted to writing 3 songs about me before our trip to Las Vegas that include lyrics like, you're all I want because I can't have you. You're all I want because you found someone new. You're all I want. Now I've got no one. And you can't blame me if I feel to some extent it's not cheating if we never change the way we've been. Baby, if I come and take your hand, there's a part of me that doesn't care if she's your girlfriend. Before finally, maybe I'm being mean, I guess I am, but you love it, don't you? We both have that darkness, and if you think about it, you're her man, only because I didn't say yes back then. All that did happen that weekend was a consensual affair that I do believe both Naomi King and I feel horrible about. And I have 2 final things I want to say here, and one of them is in response to my last video. In my last video, I certainly came across lawyered up. And yes, I absolutely am. If someone comes after you, your loved one's career, and tries to destroy your life, hire a lawyer. It is not an admittance of guilt, and even in the world in general, if the police ask you to come in for questioning, even if you are innocent and have no idea what they are talking about, bring a lawyer. They are not on your side. Others will not be on your side, and you have a right to legal representation so you don't make dumb mistakes. And I want to say I understand why creators were quick to make videos backing Naomi King after seeing their video. Their video was heartbreaking and full of lies. I just ask that if you could, please update your audience on the full facts now. I understand I am not going to win over everybody, and there are still going to be people who want to send hate my way because I did have an affair, and it's the worst thing I've ever done, and Kayla and I are still trying to move on from it. But the one person who's been receiving hate that has absolutely done nothing wrong in this entire situation is Kayla. For 2 years, Kayla and I have been trying to grow, heal, and move on. And this has made it a lot harder.
I'm going to keep this very short. Yes, 2 years ago, Daniel had an affair while we were dating. But let me be clear, I love Daniel. And he has put in hard work and years of therapy and has proven to me that he is the person that I want to spend my life with. Yes, he is imperfect, but he is also my best friend, my business partner, the love of my life, and he has earned back my trust. It's the reason why I agreed to marry him when he proposed to me in September. And I have been there for him through all of this, just as he's been there for me. But please try to remember that I am also a person. I have seen the videos and the comments dissecting and placing judgment on my choice to stay with Daniel. I have lost friends over this, some who are unwilling or unable to stay in my life. And reliving this under a microscope, under the public eye, has been humiliating, traumatizing, and incredibly isolating. So all I ask for right now is just kindness and support.
In addition to that, many people I know for sure have been sending Naomi King's video to authors I've interviewed or sponsors that I've had, and the damage of that is going to take a long time to recover from. I don't know when it'll become okay to post regular content on the channel again here moving forward, but thank you for watching. More soon.
Okay. Nope. Okay. Cool. That kind of retextualizes things, and oh boy, very interesting. Okay, next video. This one is a short one, and so is the next video. Thank God, we're almost done. We're almost done. Just stay with me a little bit longer if you're still here. Thank you guys for watching so much. I know this is very long. This is why I won't be adding in the new statement she fucking made because that's an hour long in itself. I would rather not have a 3-hour long video. No. Anyways, let's just get right into it.
This is the 5th time I have tried recording an apology video, and there's no way to get it right. I am so sorry to every survivor that I have hurt in doing this.
Are you really sorry, though? I doubt you're sorry. You just manipulated the whole situation to make it about you, even though it's really not about you at all. This is really the only victim here is Daniel Green's wife or girlfriend, whatever they are to each other. I don't care, right?
That was not my intent. And it breaks my heart how many people I have hurt. I have been reading your comments, and I am devastated by what I have done. This is not normal behavior. This is not okay, and I am checking myself. Part 2 was taken down by you.
What happened to all those crocodile tears? Come on, put on a show. Put on a show, lady. Or person, whatever. Say them. Fuck, dude, I'm sorry, but let's just continue.
YouTube, it got flagged for sexual content. I'm not the one who took it down. I'm not trying to hide things. I'm not trying to pretend it didn't happen. And I already know that a bunch of you have downloaded it, so I'm not trying to hide. I am so sorry to every
So her videos weren't all taken down or just because of the allegations that came out from his side. All right. We can give her some of that credit.
survivor that I have hurt in this.
Them some of that credit. Fuck, dude.
I am also, horrifically sorry. I want to apologize to Kayla so much.
You're really not sorry. If you were really sorry, you would have left her alone, but you didn't. You kept on bugging them, and then they had to do all this shit. So fuck you. You don't care.
And Daniel, I am devastated by how many people I have hurt. I never said that I said no. I never said that I fought him off. I never said that I said stop. I never said that he raped me. And now I
You said it was sexual assault.
have hurt thousands of people. I have become that person that has set survivors back, and that revolts me. And
I don't care what you have to say. You don't care at all. You don't care. You obviously don't. Like, you give too little to no shits.
I hate it to every sexual assault survivor who watched my first video and felt something and related and then watched part 2 and felt completely betrayed. That also breaks my heart. Everyone's, experience of trauma is different. And I know that for so many people, I let you down. And I'm not okay with that. And I hurt so many people. It was not my intent. I genuinely thought I was doing something good. I thought I was
You were not doing anything good. This was in your self-interest.
protecting people, but clearly I was not. I am not okay with
Who were you protecting? You weren't protecting anyone.
my behavior. It's really gross. I agree with your comments, and I am going to take a step back.
She also deleted this video as well. She deleted all of her videos. She only has one video, well, 2 videos up. The one of her alleged not interaction with Daniel Green. Oh, their interaction with Daniel Green. Fuck, dude, I keep on messing that up. And their then their 5th video about this whole thing. So it's so stupid.
And reflect. I don't like this version of me, so I'm going to put an end to this. I'm
But you didn't put an end to this. You're still going. You're
going
still
to
going.
acknowledge my faults. I stand by my trauma, but I do not stand by my behavior. I am so sorry. I apologize. I genuinely don't know what I was thinking. I don't want to blame.
You were thinking about covering your own ass, making yourself look good, and then making Daniel Green look like shit. That's what you cared about. You wanted Daniel Green to get all the flack while you looked like a goody two-shoe. That's what you wanted.
Mental illness. There are so many questions. People have questions about the 8-page letter because only the front of it was flashed at you guys, so it's completely out of context. I don't like this behavior, and I'm going to make it stop. And I am so sorry for all of the hurt that I have caused. I thought I was doing the right thing. Clearly, I was wrong. And I am deeply ashamed of how I have been behaving.
I legitimately don't want to be sharing any more gossip or juice or whatever. That's bullshit, because then you proceeded to make another video about another allegation. Whoa. So you do care. You do care about that. Otherwise, you would stop. But the internet has been asking and asking and asking about the 8-page letter, and you only have 1 page to go off. So I'm posting the entire thing here. I didn't want to because I want to end this behavior, but people will never shut up if I don't share it in full. Okay. Do I have to read this whole entire thing? Daniel, I'm going to start this off with, I can't wait to hang out with you in Vegas. Can't wait to just talk, smoke weed, and explore and eat. Don't let any of this convince you otherwise. That being said, I'll get to it. There's so many conflicting feelings here. On one hand, I'm happy to be your friend forever and just talk and hang out and smoke weed, explore new cities, talk about our books and worlds and lives. I want to meet your cat and steal him. Okay. On another hand, I want to hug you and cuddle you and kiss your face and tell you how pretty you are. And now I have thought to myself numerous times and how you're going to age like fine wine. Ugh, oh god, dude, this lady is so weird. But on the other hand, I feel disgusting and I feel horrible like a whore. I feel disgusting because you committed to a monogamous relationship with a wonderful girl and you're cheating every time we talk. I feel dirty because she has no idea what's going on. This has been going on for longer than this situation. This little situation between them in the hotel, yeah, this has been going on forever. Not forever, but a few years. This is bullshit. I feel dirty because she has no idea what's going on and she thinks you love her. Oh my god. And you and I have been more than friends since the day we started talking. I'm so on edge all the time because my feelings aside, you give me whiplash. You say I'm my friend, but we barely talk. Then every couple months when we haven't spoken, you pop out of the woodwork to confess your feelings, tell me you're miserable in your relationship. Tell me you've thought about breaking up with her multiple times and straight up say you want to start an affair. Oh my god, dude. Dude. Then you disappear. You come to me with your feelings, and you come to me with grand ideas of secret rendezvous. You come to me and plan and book, and then you bail. Last year, you called me out of the blue and told me to fly to Utah because you got there 2 days early and you were bored. So of course I assumed I was just a hot side piece you were hoping to fuck from time to time. You say you want to cheat, and then you say you don't. You say you want to ram your cock down my throat. Oh my god. That you think about me when you fuck her. Oh my god. And you want an affair. Then you say you could never betray her and have the audacity to play it off like you're taking the moral high ground. Oh my god, dude. This lady is fucked, bro. What? You should have not shared this. You... what does it say? I don't know what it says. Change your mind again. You go between being a friend to not being there at all, to wanting to set up arrangements and fuck me to 48 hours straight. You want to be rough and dirty and do and say filthy things, but the moment it could actually happen, suddenly there's an issue with it and you don't like it anymore because he's having second thoughts. It feels like you're just stuck in an unhappy relationship, and I'm the one you project all your fantasies onto. So you dream and you imagine, and you even tell me about it from time to time. You really get into the idea, too. But the moment you realize it could actually happen, the moment I'm like, all right, fine, let's do this, you no longer want it. You like the idea until it's an actual possibility. You like the idea of me, but you panic the second you realize it could actually happen. I'm pretty sure if I'd say yes back then, you were still trying to get me to move to Richmond, you'd probably just be fucking me, fantasizing about her instead. Oh my god. And to that, I'm sure you'll be upset, and you'll say that that's not how you feel at all, and you don't want me to think you do. But can you blame me? Now, for this next part, I am saying this as your friend and as Kayla's friend. Ah, Jesus, fuck. Sorry. Oh, wait, okay. Yep, the first page, second page. That generally cares about what is happening to her. Kayla's situation hits really close to home for me. I've moved to Australia for love. I was in Singapore for tickets booked for Vancouver. Then I met a boy and fell in love, and that plane turned the fuck around. I know what it's like to move somewhere for love and never settle in. I know what it's like to have every person in my life come from someone else's life. I know what it's like to have my partner's family say snippy things about and make me feel incredibly alone. I know what it's like to be completely dependent on someone in a city where I have nobody else. I know what it's like to have a friend and a job, but to never really have friends or a job that I enjoy. A lot of reasons you're not happy with Kayla are the same reasons my ex wasn't happy with me. I never dressed up. I never wanted to go out and show off. I wasn't enough of a freak in the bedroom. Oh my god. Who I am now is who my ex would have wanted to cheat with then. He always wanted me to be fit and tanned, and god did he put emphasis on asses and building glute muscles. When we were talking the other day about the photos you jerk off to, oh my god, you mentioned the butt photos, and it gave me flashbacks to when my ex-husband would always be staring at other girls' asses, and when he cheated, I was asking all the sordid details. He mentioned that when they got to her house and were making out in the kitchen, he glanced up and saw them in the reflection, and he talked about his hands on her ass. I keep having flashbacks. This is hitting me so fucking close to home. I honestly thought you wanted to be with her and stay with her in the long run and have her back, to have her be your cute domestic wife. I honestly thought you just want to hang out, hoping to fuck me from time to time to get your kicks and get your satisfaction. I thought you had the whole mandana? What the fuck? Whore complex figured out. You were clear mandana, and you're clear whore. When I asked you what your dream scenario was, I generally expected you to say never break up with Kayla, but also have you. Instead, you said dream scenario, I'm dating you, and Kayla is my best friend. You told me you thought about breaking up with her multiple times over the last 2 years. The only reason you didn't was because she moved there for you because of her life setup or lack thereof. And now your new plan is to break up with her 2 years from now. If you know and have known that you'll break up with her in the end, what the fuck are you doing? The longer you wait, tell her, the worse it's going to be. The longer you lie, the worse it's going to be. You think it'll be bad breaking up now? 2 years in, what the fuck makes you think it'll be easier 4 years in? You seem to think that moving to New York will be better for you both, and that she'll build a life there for herself. You don't seem to realize that packing up and moving to a whole new city together is only going to keep building your life together. It is only going to dig you a hole even deeper. Jesus Christ, this is really her just going ahead and saying, pick me, pick me, pick me. Don't choose her, pick me. Fuck. I understand why you want to wait. I do, trust me. I was in her position at 20 years old. I understand what you think. It'll be better for Kayla if you wait. But this is not true. When my husband cheated on me, I did not have a job. It was paying rent. He was paying rent. He was paying the bills. I was completely dependent on him. Oh. When I found out he cheated, yeah, it fucking hurt, and I wanted to fucking die. Trust me. What does it say? I wish I fucking saved up, and within a few months, I was gone. Have I ever once thought to myself man, I wish she'd waited 2 years before telling me? No. Everyone I know that has been cheated on or lied to or left by someone that didn't love them anymore, every single person would pick being told the truth over being lied to. You say she is your best friend, but you can't even be honest with her, and you never have been honest. Not fully. You say she is your best friend, but you're willing to lie and let her live thinking that you love her and want to spend the rest of your life with her. For what? You're afraid of hurting her feelings, or you're just afraid of having to deal with the fallout of the scenario you created. No matter how it ends, you're going to hurt her feelings. No matter how it ends, you're going to have to deal with the very messy fallout from the scenario you created. Whether you do it now or whether you do it in 2 years, no matter how it ends, you're going to hurt her. I asked you the other day, when was the last time you looked at her and thought to yourself, I want to be with this girl and this girl alone for the rest of my life? You never said that. I asked you if you thought she'd still be your friend after all this. If you waited 2 years, helped her to get her life together, and then broke up after. I asked you that, wondering if you could think of a scenario in which she would remain your friend, but you couldn't. No matter what, this is going to destroy her, but this is going to be worse the longer you lie. Why are you wasting more years of her life? She deserves to be with someone that loves her the way she needs to be loved. She deserves to be with someone that isn't lying and hasn't been lying the entire fucking time. She deserves to be with someone that doesn't think about the other people during sex. She deserves someone that doesn't wink it to somebody else's photos. She deserves to be with someone that wants a monogamous future with her. Every day you stay with her is a day wasted. Every day she remains your girlfriend is a day she could have been someone else that might actually be working towards a future with her. She's a grown woman. Let her be part of that conversation. They wanted Daniel Green's wife or girlfriend to be knowledgeable of the situation, and then it backfired. And then she made this whole thing up. This is what it sounds like. Holy shit, this is terrible. This is not looking good for you. But it's only going to happen if you are honest with her. Money is money. A job is a job. A city is a city. What I care about are the deep, permanent psychological scars you're going to leave her with should you continue to lie. I'm not telling you to break up with her. If you did it now, it would be completely out of left field, given how good you've been lying. So you say, go ahead and break up, but then now you're saying, don't do it now. Holy shit. What you need to do is be honest. You need to tell her you love her as a friend, but falling out of love with her as a romantic partner. This is an example of what I think you should say. And please remember, this is coming from someone who knows what the fuck she's going through. I am telling you this for her, not for me, not for you, for her. This is what I think you should say. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. You're my best friend, and I love you as my best friend. I don't want to hurt you, but the longer I say nothing, the worse it's going to be. There is a side of me I have not been honest with you, and it's been eating me alive. I am not and never will be monogamous. Oh my God. She wrote him a whole thing to say to her. This is fuck, dude. I've struggled with this my entire life, and I thought it would be okay with the two of us together, but it has been eating me away, and I don't want to let this build. I don't want it to turn into more secrets and lies and resentment. I love you as my best friend, but it's been a while since I have felt as though you were more than that. I've been trying, really trying to get back there, but it's not happening. You're speaking for him. This is disgusting. I'm not breaking up with you. I am not walking away from you. I love you. You're my best friend, and I do not want to lose you, but you deserve to know the truth. You deserve to know what's going on. You deserve to be part of this conversation. Oh my God. Uh, wait, did I miss something? Hold on. Okay, no. But I want you to be... I can't read it. From what we have together, I want New York to be yours, not ours. I am not leaving you, but you should plan for a future in which you leave me. I will not be able to love you the way you need me to be. I won't be able to love you the way you need to be loved, or give you the life you truly want and need to deserve. And I don't want to string you along and waste your time. I love the partnership we have, and I want to keep that forever. But as for a long-time monogamous relationship, if this is what you want, you should start looking somewhere else. I wish I had talked to you about this ages ago, months, years, but I didn't know how to. I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to hurt you, but I've realized the longer I say nothing, the longer I wait, the worse it gets. I am sorry. You deserve better than this. You deserve better than me. I'm telling you how I feel. Really feel. Ugh, I'm so sorry. I keep on fucking this up. So you can figure out how you really feel, because as it is, you're in the dark, and I don't want to keep you in there anymore. Feel free to add, I was going to wait until after we'd moved to New York and you'd finally had your own job and life and friends, but I get the feeling that that would only make her feel worse. Yeah, no shit, because this whole thing is disgusting. This is gonna help. Holy shit, dude. So imagine how bad it would be if you actually did that. Staying with her because you pity her situation. Being left by someone sucks, but what cuts far deeper is being lied to. You intend on spending the next 2 years working towards breaking up with her. Not only is that fucking stupid, it is fucking rude. You essentially saying that she's nothing without you. Nothing. Do you think she's nothing without you? Do you think she's pathetic and can't go without you? Dude, holy cow. She has friends, she has family. She is a fucking adult. Worst case scenario, she wants to be moved back to Korea and can't afford it. Dude, you're doing this in your self-interest. She's making this whole thing just to be like, no, get rid of her and be with me. Be with me. I love you more than she loves you. Please, please. This is what it sounds like. Helping her set up her life, helping her get a job. What if a whole year in New York isn't enough? 2 years in Richmond wasn't. What then? Are you going to help her move somewhere else new? And then help her set up a life there again? No matter what you do in the end, you're going to hurt her. So decide if you'd like to be honest with her now, or have her to be part of the fucking conversation. Or if you'd like to continue going down the road you've been going down that has brought you nothing but regret and resent and self-loathing. If you know you're going to break up with her in the end, at least start to ease her into it now. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to be for her and you. You're not just lying to her. You're lying to your parents. You're lying to your family, your friends. You're lying to your followers and your viewers. Every day of your life, you're lying, and that is why you're so angry. That's why you're so angry. That is why you're so stressed all the time. You work and you work and work. Try to distract yourself from the problem. You seem to think working will somehow fix the problem. When I thought you wanted to stay with her and maybe bang me on the side to commit to being a cheater, that was the one thing. Now that I know you want to break up with her and have wanted for a long time and are planning on waiting 2 years to do it, quite frankly, in many ways, this is worse. The next 2 years of your life will be a lie. Anytime the two of you are tagged in a post or post a cute photo or video, it'll be a lie, which will probably be fine at the time. But one day, when you break up and then she realizes all the time was a lie, everything you said to her during those 2 years will become something she'll never be able to hear from someone else and believe. When she realizes that you didn't mean it when you told her that you loved her, and that you didn't mean it when you talked about the future with her, and that you haven't been sexually satisfied in years, God forbid she finds out you think it's cute when she tries to be sexy in the bedroom. When she finds out about that, she'll never trust again. And no matter how good of a life she has in New York, it will be tainted by the memory of you and the fake life you built. Is this almost done? Please tell me. And when she finds out you stayed with her because you felt bad and was waiting for her to finally have her own life, that's going to make her feel better. That's not going to make her feel better. That's not going to make her appreciate you. It's going to make her feel worse, and it will make her hate you. If you want to keep her in your life, tell her the truth. Ugly truths are always better than lies. Be honest with her. Let her be part of the fucking conversation. you've already made it up in your mind that you're not going to be with her. So from now until whenever you finally do it, you're a liar, you're a cheater, you're pathetic. Because you'd rather string her along for another 2 years than have a real fucking conversation with her. New York could be a beautiful new beginning for her. Let it be. Talk to her now, so by the time you move, you're on the same page, and you can actually build lives you need. Don't lie to her for 2 more fucking years. This is me talking to you, talking as your friend and as someone that has been through what she's going through. Don't do this to her. Tell her the fucking truth. I am so sorry. I've been butchering this whole thing. I am so sorry. But this is so fucked. What the fuck? I'm sorry to everyone I've hurt. You don't care. You don't care. You do not care. Okay. Last and final video for this video, or thing to react to. Whatever. Let's just get into it. So this is the final video. Well, not final video. The final video of her talking about the situation, but with another allegation against Daniel Green. Oh my God. She should not be embedding this allegation. Jesus Christ. I bet this is the stalker. That Madison person, I believe the name is, of Daniel Green. I bet this is the stalker. I wouldn't be shocked. Let's just get into it.
Hey guys, a couple days after I posted the cease and desist video, I was
FYI, the woman I spoke to through Tumblr allegation was not called Madison. That means there are now 4 women who have stories about DJ. If you say so.
contacted by somebody who claims that
I can't believe her because she lies all the fucking time. So how am I supposed to not to believe this is Madison that she's talking to? So let's just get into it.
they also had
Fuck, I keep on messing it up. I'm sorry, but I'm like struggling to get through this. I am so sorry. The following is an allegation. The statements being presented are a claim or accusations that have not been yet proven with factual support, and therefore should not be considered as concrete proof until further verification or evidence is provided. Then why do this? Why do this? This is making you look worse, fucker.
similar experiences with Daniel Green. Again, this is just an allegation. I'm not saying that it is true. She wants to remain completely anonymous by name and face. However,
Let's say this statement from this person is true. Why in hell should you be the one to put this out on the internet? She shouldn't be going to someone else. You should have went ahead and say, hey, go to someone else. But no, you wanted to do this to keep this going on. You wanted to get more interactions with people on the internet. You wanted more, what's the word? Fame, more, just everything. Just, you don't care about people's feelings. You only care about yours. You want to feel good. Fuck, dude. Things are falling. Things are falling. Okay. That's okay. Whatever.
she is okay with me sharing her voice. Again, this is just an allegation. I am not saying that it's true, but somebody reached out and she wanted to share her story. So I will be putting some audio from our chat in here, and I've dictated all this stuff onto the screen if you wanted to, hear somebody else's experience with him in the past.
We went to UMW college together. We were both in the same year. This was 2013, and we both graduated 2017. We started hooking up, and we were kind of in the same, friends group, friends with benefits thing, adjacent circles. This was sophomore year. So it was early fall when we started hooking up. So yeah, when the first time we were just in my dorm room, we'd never talked about sex or hooking up or anything before. And yeah, he just grabbed me and like you were saying in your video, he did the same thing, the very aggressive tongue action and mouth.
Yep.
So I remember at the time I was really surprised by it, but I was like, okay.
And it's so one-sided. She's just going to agree with you. You're just Naomi is just going to agree with this alleged victim because this is so one-sided. She has beef with Daniel Green. So you're not the source to go to. You're not the person to go to for this. Oh my God, I keep on getting notifications on my phone. Fuck off. I don't care about Mr. Fantastic. Leave me alone. Thank you. Whatever. Continue.
Okay, I did want to have sex, so fine, whatever. But it was surprising. When we had sex, he choked me and bit me really hard without my permission, which I wasn't okay with.
Yeah.
After the sex ended, he asked me, he's like, is there anything that you want different for next time? Was there anything that you weren't okay with? It was this whole thing, I really prioritize communication and we need to be on the same page. And I was like, wow, actually, thank you so much for asking. The choking and biting, I wasn't okay with. And the next time we had sex, he choked me and bit me again.
Of course.
Yeah, and so, I was 19, so in the moment.
It's just what Naomi's doing is just a little, of course, just gratifying her things. It's just, it feels like a circle jerk. If I'm not wrong, if I'm wrong, then say it in the comments. But this is so weird, man. I really sucks.
But I was like, okay, fine. This isn't worth bringing up again. It's going to be ignored. There was one time where I was hungover. I think in general, he just, anytime someone told him no, it was always, oh, well, like, it was like
a challenge.
Yeah, I was like, I have a hangover, I'm not really feeling up to it. He'd wheedle, like, oh, I'd be so good, I can be so good with a hangover, blah, 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 blah. There was one time in the winter that I was
And she's filling in words for her, helping her continue what she's saying. Like, what the hell is that? What are you doing? You should let her just say the story. Like, oh my God, this is so one-sided. I hate it.
He was, I believe, living in Silver Spring, Maryland. This would have been winter 2014 or maybe early 2015. And I was at Ultra Bar in DC. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's like one of the few clubs where you can get into under 21. And my ride like ditched me, the person that I was with, and I called him and I asked him if he could pick me up, and he did, which I did appreciate. But then when he was driving me back to my house, he pressured me into giving him roadhead to wake him up on the drive. I was in a relationship. I didn't really feel good about it, but I didn't really feel like I could say no because I was like, you are going out of your way for me.
Yeah,
oh
he pulled
my
over to the side of
God.
the road, and he got like a really intense expression on his face and asked if I was on birth control. And I was like, no, like I'm not. And I think otherwise he would have come inside of me. But as it was, he just jerked off onto me. Definitely, I was like watching your video and I was talking to my friend too. And because my friend, she's like, I told her about some of this stuff before, and she's like, yeah, like it seems like there's a lot of patterns happening here. Let's see, I broke up with that boyfriend, short relationship, but I was like, I don't want to have sex with anyone. He kept pressuring for sex. There was one point, he was just really pressuring, and I was like, okay, fine. Like, as an alternative, I let him spank me and use a vibrator on me, and he used it so hard I bled.
What the fuck?
Which was, which has never happened before or since. It was not a big vibrator.
Oh my God.
But that was unpleasant.
Holy shit.
And when I got into another relationship, this is towards the end of sophomore year.
Naomi's just thinking her shit. Naomi is just thinking in their head, my bad. Oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing on my YouTube channel. This will get more attention on my little drama that I'm just in the right and Daniel Green's wrong. This is literally, that's what I think she's like thinking. They are thinking her. Dude, I keep on messing it up. Pissing me off, man.
He was pressuring me to make out with my female friend. And like, this is, I feel like, you know, this, like he kept pressuring me to make out with my female friend. And I was like, I'm in a relationship. I'm not going to do it. Not this time. And when I kept saying no, he eventually was like, pointed to me and was like, that's what I love so much about her. Like, she's so loyal. Like, I respect this so much about her. As if he hadn't been, you know, spending the last 5 minutes trying to peer pressure me into cheating on my boyfriend.
That's so annoying.
So it's, yeah, it's like an unattainability thing. Like, as soon as you pull back more, it's, oh, I need this. I have to get it. That's it. For me, he would not shut up about the time that he worked in a women's shelter for a summer. Like, I don't know if he still was mentioning that, but it was like every single time. Even my friends were like, good God, this guy, like, we get it. He worked in a women's shelter. He was like, oh, you know, these poor women, I just felt for their experiences and yada, yada, yada. It was terrible. He told me once too, because, you know, he has this whole like, oh, like I'm really woke and I care and I'm progressive and I'm an ally. And he told me once, he's like, I don't date black girls. Like, black girls aren't my type. Just straight up said that. Like, okay. you didn't have to say that. Like, that's an inside thought to have. I don't know.
Ugh. He first leaked my DMs over Black Lives Matter.
Oh, yeah, no, that checks out, honestly.
Yep.
Black Lives Matter, just, you know, not unless, you know, they're black women that seem interested in him.
Oh my
Ultra Bar
God.
was maybe the most specific, but I'm sure he's pressured plenty of women into roadhead too, so, you know.
For the roadhead, does that mean like he got you to do it while he was driving, or he just stopped at the side of the road and made you do it?
No, while he was driving, and then he wanted to finish, so he stopped at the side of the road, which is like, I don't do that crap. It's deeply unsafe.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. Like, it's one of those things where at the time you're like, oh, geez, well, he really did go out of his way to pick me up, and I don't have a lot of options, and oh boy, I guess I can. So, like, I feel like with him, it was always super, like, even back then, you kind of got the sense that it was really, like, practiced. Like, the stuff that he'd talk about, be good at talking the talk with, like, kink and communication, and like, I'm in the kink scene now, and it's, this guy would never, I can't even imagine him being let into any of the clubs that I go to. Like, he'd be kicked out in a heartbeat.
Literally.
It's wild. And I told my friend, like, years back, I was like, there's going to be some allegations against him eventually. I was like, I know it's going to happen. I guess there's been more than one. If you're not crazy, it wasn't just you, like, imagining things.
I really, really appreciate you reaching out. Like,
oh, that is something else I forgot to say. He absolutely had sex at his dad's house before. He would tell me about some of the times that he had sex at his dad's house. So I don't know if that changes anything, but like, oh, I was only there to visit my dad, so I wouldn't be having sex. Like, bullshit. He told me about the stuff that he did at his dad's place. I don't know if that's changes anything at all, but, you know, there you go.
yeah.
I said, honestly, I'd seriously been waiting for years for something to come out, and it is weirdly incredibly vindicating, so.
All right, so that was the last bit for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you sat through this whole thing, if you did, I'm so sorry. My voice can get really annoying, I understand. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll be uploading the next video hopefully soon. I do not know what's going on because I have a whole jar video, just a robot video that I'm working on too. So, you know, very, very back and forth stuff going on. So thank you guys for your patience, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.